Hello guys, how are you doing? Today I want to show you guys my outlook on FX. So we'll be looking at NZD USD, and let's get to the chart. Let's get to the chart. So um, I'll be using futures charts to analyze. So let us load up. All right. Yeah. So this is the futures chart of NZD. Let me highlight that. You can see this here, right? So that's the futures chart of NZD. NZD. So the way I trade is like this. Let me just give you an example of it. So now we have a high, a low, and a high, right? Now, when we have a break of this high, some people say break of structure, BOS. So now, how do we know it's truly a break of structure? Because there are sometimes that we have a high, a low, a break, and a breakdown again. So the way I trade helped me to know if price is going to. I'm coming. Let me highlight that again. Yeah. So the way I trade is going to help me to know when we have a high, a low, and a break. So to know if this is truly a break, if price is just going to continue upward. So even if there is a retracement, to know if price is going to just continue, or if we have a high, a low, a break, if price is going to come back and clear this low, that's there. So between that's the interaction that happened within this high and what came to read it will let me know if price is going to do what, continue upward, or if price is going to come and take the low. That's the interaction within the high and what came to read it. So if it's downtrend, the same thing too. So if it's a low, a high, a low, and a high. So you get what I'm saying? What am I even doing? So sorry, let me do that again. So we have a low. So yeah. So we have a low, a high, and a break. So what happened between the low and what came to read it to let me know if this high is coming to be raided, right? So now let's get to the chart on NZD USD. This is the futures chart. Now we can see what a high, a low, and a break. So now what did I need? And I need to know the interaction within this high and what came to read it, right? That will let me know if price is going to do what, continue upward, or if price is going to do what, reverse and come and take this low. So now I've checked it already, and you can see me putting deep loss and the likes. So this place, what is here and what came to read it, lets me to know that this low is not available as liquidity, which means this is a true BOS, break of structure. So since this is a break of structure, anything that is happening here is just a retracement, which means a high, a low, a break. So this is just a what, a retracement and continuation. Now when we have a retracement, there are two things involved. Is either we have a shallow pullback or a deep pullback, right? Now with what I'm having in this place, I can say that this place is a liquidity. That's this low here. That's why you can see this DL, daily liquidity. Then this is also another zone here. So how did I pick my own zone? This is how I pick my zone. If we have like buy candle, buy candle, buy candle, and we have one sell candle, then we continue to have buy candle, buy candle, buy candle. You see this luminous candle, that's this sell candle, that is my area of interest. If it's also a sell candle, so let's say we're having series of sell candle, sell candle, sell candle, and we have one buy candle, a continuation of sell candle, sell candle, sell candle. You see this luminous candle, this buy candle, that is my area of interest. So now look at this place here. We can see this buy candle, sell candle, then buy, buy, buy. So this sell candle is my area of interest. So that's why I picked what, the box on it, right? Now you can see when price came into it, it did what, it rejected and continued up. But now price came back again, but the coming back, it has not what? It has not invalidated my zone. So their low is still protected for now. So if Monday should come, what am I expecting? I'm expecting price to do what? Continue from here upward. But if price should now invalidate this my zone, what am I expecting next? So what I'll be expecting next is for price to come down and take this daily liquidity. Why did I know this place is a daily liquidity? If you go to a smaller time frame, you see that this side, it forms a high, a low, and a break. So what happened within the high and what came to read it made me to know that that place is a liquidity. So since I know that that place is a liquidity, I'm expecting price to do what? To come and take it out, right? So now two things are involved on by Monday. So today is what? Today is 11 Saturday. So by Monday, which will be 13th of April, so I expect price to do what? Either continue from here upward or do what? Break it and come down to this place, but respect this place, which means price should not break this low. Because if I can see that within this what? Within this high here and what came to read it is showing that it is a true break of structure. So since it's a true break of structure, then automatically, even if price is going to have a deep pullback, if price should have a deep pullback, it will just come into this extreme zone and continue from here. Or is either it will do us continue from this place, but I'm expecting it to still respect this place and do what? Continue. Why? Because of this first test that happened here. You can see that it went up already and there was a daily liquidity and it has taken it out. So I'm expecting to come back, retest and continue upward. Now, where am I now expecting price to get to? Well, for now, let me go to 4 hours time frame. So on 4 hours time frame, I'm expecting price to still come as high. That is on NZDUSD. I'm expecting price to come as far as this place I put sessional liquidity. Why? Now, still the same logic that I said that a high, a low, what came to read it. So yeah, if you go to a smaller time frame, you see the structure very well. This place is a what? A high and what came to read it. So within those two participants, this place helped me to know that it is a what? It is a liquidity. Let me go to like 15 minutes or 30 minutes so you can see the structure at least a bit. So let's go there. So yeah, this is the area here. Okay, this one's are daily. A minute, yeah. So now you can see the structure very well now on 30 minutes. So what do we have? We have a what? A low, a high, and a low, a high, a low, continuation. So now the participant here, what was in this place and what came to read it made me to know that this place is a what? Is an available liquidity. Now, why am I not saying this place, this high, is not available as liquidity? Well, some people will be looking at this place, this low, and this high as what's formed this high. But no, this is not the low that formed this high, because if you do what? If you zoom out, you see that that high started from where? From here and came up to this place, and this is what came to read it. So if I'm looking for what happened in this high, it's going to be this low and what came to read this low will make me know if this place is available as liquidity. And from what I have analyzed, let's see, so now you can see even from here, when I zoom that again, you can see that this high is still what? Is still coming from this place. So this is the main low here. This is the main low. So from this high, this is what came to form and what came to read it, right? If it's that this high did not create a bigger high to this one, then this is what will have formed it. But because it came back and cleared it, that's why. So now let's move on. So now after analyzing, let's go back to 4 hours so that it will not be too clumsy. So after analyzing it now on 4 hours, now we can see it, we can see the structure very well. We can see a low, a high, and a break. So what happened within this low and what came to raid it. You can say I put W minus W minus, which means it was sellers that came to raid sellers. So I expect this place to still be what? Protected, which means it should not be broken. So whatever is happening, I'm looking at it as a what? Deep pullback. So a low, a high, a low. So I'm expecting it is now forming like a deep pullback and continuation. Now, another thing, another confluence that I'm using to verify what I'm doing is this again. That where is price coming from? Price is coming from a zone. You can see this is the last low that was created. So now I've already done what? I've drawn a line on it so that we can know where the line got to. So let's go to the line. Where did the line get to? So if you come to the left side, you can see that it reacted from this zone, which is a 4-hour zone or an 8-hour zone. So that zone is sponsored, it's a 4-hour zone or 8-hour zone sponsored for liquidity of session. And you can say I put this SL, that's sessional liquidity. The one that is DL is daily liquidity. Then there's WL, that's weekly liquidity, and I have monthly liquidity. So price, for me, price is what activated from a sessional zone. So automatically I expect it to come and take this sessional what? Liquidity. Right? Now from this sessional liquidity, I can say this here is a roadblock. Roadblock in the sense that because it is not available as liquidity, so it can sponsor for what? For a sell. For which sell? Now we have a daily liquidity here again. When price was going up, so the same thing, when price was going up, it created a daily liquidity. So automatically what to sponsor this daily liquidity is a daily zone. Just like this sessional liquidity. Yes. So just like this sessional liquidity was sponsored from a sessional zone, automatically this daily liquidity too, it needs a daily zone to activate it. So let's go to daily time frame so we can see if that place is a daily zone. So on a daily time frame, what can we see? We can see this what? Rally base drop, a high, a base, and a drop. So that's what happened there. You can look. Let's look at it very well so you can see. What's this? This is a base. This candle is a base. So that base candle can sponsor what? A daily liquidity. So we can look at it again. Rally base drop, right? So now that we now know that within that rally base drop, so if I'm meant to market like this. So I'm meant to mark it like this. This O candle is meant to be this O candle. So that's meant to be this area I am expecting what? A sell from. But because I now understand liquidity, I can do what? I can adjust it because I know that price is still coming all the way into this sessional side. So automatically I can now do what? Adjust it. That's why I can adjust it that okay, once price takes out this sessional liquidity, then I can expect what? A sell. Now on that zone, let us go to lower time frame. If now we can also refine that zone, but that place like that is good enough. There's no need of refining anyhow again. But there's a way we can still refine. If we go to lower time frame, we can still try to look for an luminous candle within that zone. But you know that a zone that is already small, that alone is not good. So we can see this one. We can see this buy candle, buy candle, buy candle, then a sell, and we still have another buy candle. So if I'll pick, I can even say I'll adjust this zone to this place. That's from this eye here to this place, right? So let me delete this one. So something like this, but never still. This is still our invalidation zone. Yeah, this eye here, that's our invalidation zone. So if I'll enter this trade, something like this. So I have a sell, short. So a sell from above this what here, and stop loss right above there. So these are invalidation zone. So you just put it right above there, right? And what are we targeting? We'll be targeting this daily liquidity. So this is what I'll be looking at for. So for next week, two things. So let me bring that down. So I expect price to either start from, let me take that again. So now from next week, either price to continue from this low all the way into this place, right? Then once price gets to this place, you can have maybe a retest, something like this, then a drop. The drop will not just fall like that, something like this, all the way to this daily liquidity. Or we can have this. Let me pick another one. We can have a something like this, maybe a drop into this zone, right? Then once price gets into that, sorry, what am I doing? I want to, yeah, let me draw that again. So either this first one or something like this, a drop into this zone, then what continuation all the way to this sessional liquidity, tap that zone, then retest something like that, then drop for this daily liquidity. So those are the two expectations I'm having for NZD. So let us go to the normal chart of NZD. That's the where I did the analysis was on the futures chart. So this is what I'm expecting here. So let me delete this one. You notice, if you check, you see that I was trying to have another entry from here. Why? Let us look at it on 30 minutes. So on the 30 minutes time frame, you can see, so after price have already tapped into this zone and it has continued. So this coming down, I was looking at it as a retest, like something like this. So if price should tap here, it should continue, but price did what? Price cleared it. But even as at when price cleared it, price has not cleared our main zone that started it. That's this over here, this area here. You see it very well on 1 hour. Let me go to 1 hour so you can see that zone very well. You can see it. So that's this aluminum candle here. So that was what I was expecting price to tap into, which price did, and did what? Rejected back. But price came down for a retest. It has not yet cleared this low. So this low is my invalidation. So since price have not cleared it, my trade is still what? It's still valid. So this second one is just like a re-entry. So but this first one is still what? It's still intact. So came back into the zone and I'm expecting it to do what? Continue upward. So by next week, I'll be expecting price to push up for this. Then from here, retest and drop. Or if it should break it, I expect it to come to this lower zone and continue from here. Then from here, we have a drop all the way down for that daily liquidity below. So I hope you are able to understand this explanation, right? So see you in the next one. Don't forget, before I end the video, don't forget, this is just my own understanding. So if you are taking the trade, risk properly. Thank you.